we got stupid hats on. You know what that means? One of us is gravely missing. No, we're doing another episode. We're doing another episode of our wonderful soap opera, unconventional romance. Right? That's the name of it.
That is the name of it.
Yeah. And I think we left off, tensions were high, cameras were zooming in awkwardly, and there was a lot of padding, just like a real soap opera. So take it away, Brennan. What are we doing this episode?
Let's start it with a scene with Federico. Federico, what is your plan?
Okay, so I have a quick question because we haven't really addressed this yet. I think it was like 2 episodes ago, or maybe this was off air. I don't remember. Anyway, you mentioned that there was a way to clear conditions.
There is.
Yeah. How do you do
that? Usually it involves getting 4 conditions and then having yes.
I would like to avoid a meltdown if at all possible.
Right. Let's see. There is a move for this.
Mm-hmm.
For people who are wondering,
you can clear conditions if you demand if someone demands what they deserve of you and you concede to them, you can clear a condition.
Okay.
I'm having a little problems following the pronouns of that.
So basically, if somebody uses the move, demand what they deserve, and you are the target of that move, you can concede.
Oh, and
to
then
their demands,
and
you get to clear a condition.
Interesting.
Cool.
Otherwise, a meltdown is basically the only way.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't want a meltdown.
Well, too bad.
Federico's kind of scary when he melts down.
I know, and everybody wants to see this on the soap opera, so that's
definitely.
Man, I thought I could get out of it by confessing my feelings to Brutus or some shit, but them's the breaks, I guess.
I could demand something from you, and I don't mind it being Octavia can demand something of you, and it could be why are you getting involved? And that will allow you to confess your feelings.
That would be cool.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
let's think about how that works.
Well, so
last episode the camera was zooming up at you, and you were the puppeteer. Wow,
the puppeter, one who puppets.
The puppeteer staring down at us,
doing things with puppets.
Yeah. So I think picking it up is Octavia storms into your office and demands satisfaction. Right? I want to know what your game here is. So you tell me what it's like in your office, and then we'll set the stage.
Yeah, well, it's similar to 2 episodes ago with the confrontation with Brutus and Federico, but Federico believed he was
Cesar.
Yeah. The conference room turned corner office with the beautiful desk and the pictures hanging up on the walls. They had an office set already ready to go, but it's in a convention center, right? So it's a transformed conference room, quote unquote,
Sure.
Right.
But it's very private, and there are guards outside who I assume you're going to blow right past.
Oh, of course. I hand one of them my shawl, and the other one I just push into a wall. Federico, are you busy? I need to have a word with you. And then I immediately go into my word with you.
Yes, Federico pauses to answer or opens his mouth to answer, and then you just continue.
Do you have like a bar or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
All
why
right.
not?
I'm pouring myself a drink, and I say, "What is possessing you to act such a fool? I know it was you behind this gossip that I somehow had lied about the position Cesar was clearly perfect for in the role in this series. And you're making it seem like I made promises when I just made obvious suggestions. You're ruining my reputation and you're making yourself look like a whiny brat, frankly. To what end?
So you need to demand something.
Yeah.
I want to demand, I'm demanding the honest answer to why Federico's so vested in this. To the point of, risking censure and being denied comments for a month and making a scene during the panel and all that. I want a confession.
Do you think that sounds fair, Brennan?
I do, because basically you're saying something along the lines of, tell me the truth. I deserve the truth.
Yes.
I definitely think Octavia deserves the truth.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Well, Octavia gets to roll.
Yes.
With these questions. Are you offering something of value in return?
How about this?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the truth, and I'll make all and I'll give you back the panels. I'll remove my complaint against you so you can speak freely once again. I just want to know what's possessing you to behave this way. So yeah, I'll give you something in return.
Right. And do you love Octavia in this moment, Federico?
God, no.
God,
so
Ugh.
You're rolling with a +1.
+1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately for Octavia, Federico despises her.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen before I do the rolls so that people could have fun when they're watching the stream. Woo. All right. I believe I'm not in there yet. Okay. So 2d6 + 1. And submit. Oh, God. Okay, 6. So
a failure.
Failure. So that's interesting. The reading of this is only on a success do they get to remove an option.
That's correct.
Mm.
So you don't need to concede. You can respond to this in any way you want. I think you could honestly respond in a way that takes away Octavia's offer of something valuable. Perhaps you've already arranged to get your panels back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I lose my valuable.
Yeah, you lose your leverage.
Right, but
that would be the consequences of you losing the role.
Yeah, and Federico wouldn't get the option to. Could the opponent, in the way of us reading this, choose to make that a success though, or no? That doesn't make sense for the way the rule is written.
Yeah, the rule is written in a different way.
Yeah,
it's almost like a meeting of minds. Yeah.
This is a victory for Federico, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think what Federico will say is, so here's how I'm thinking about it. Federico, has been holding on to this secret love for Brutus for so long. But of all the people to confess it to, Octavia is his last choice. And the way that she approached this situation meant that while I, Rebel the player, definitely thinks Octavia deserves the truth. Federico absolutely does not.
Mhm.
So what he will say is, well, Octavia, perhaps if you hadn't come in here making demands, I possibly would have told you the truth. However, your offer means very little to me, as I've spoken with the board of panels, and they have granted me full control once again. As for the rules of censure, I simply have many other means of influence and do not need your pity.
Fine then, die with your petty little secrets. And I storm off. And walk back in and take my shawl from the one guy, push him into the other wall, and leave.
So good.
What I love about that is that, like, God, if Federico, if it wasn't for all the tension between Federico and Octavia, Federico would have had like something good happen, right?
Yeah.
He would have been able to get something good out of it, but because of the way Octavia phrased it and because of the negative thing, it just blows up. That's very soap opera. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Like we could possibly have opened up to each other and become less rivals, but
Mhm.
instead the friction between us just made
Right.
everything go to shit, for lack
Mhm.
of a better term.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to cut to Cesar.
Cool.
What are you doing the next day after you took Brutus's place on set?
I think that is it still a filming day, or is it
Yes, it
like
is.
what? Okay, it's a filming day. I think that I am currently in my trailer, trying to psych myself up in the mirror. He's sitting there with the costume on, in his like a medieval-esque, Lord. We said it was like a Game of Thronesy kind of thing. So he's got
Yes.
that sort of
I
outfit
have
going.
no concept what the show is. I
Oh yeah,
love it.
the rebels and the dogs.
Yeah,
And-
fucking notes.
yep. So he's got his. I think that he's got like a wig on, because we haven't seen the character that he plays. So I think he's got like a long
Right.
blonde wig, and he's got like massive like pointed shoulders on this like medieval outfit that he's got going on. He's staring there in the mirror like, you can do this. You are better than him. You are the one who was destined for this role. No one is greater than you. And he starts like jumping up and down. He's like, yes, you can do this. And he like rushes out the door to go to set, ready to take on the day. Yeah.
This is so sad.
Yeah. He is. He's finally getting what he wants, and he's a nervous wreck and trying to figure it out.
Okay. You arrive to set in costume,
Mm-hmm.
and you find that Brutus is there already.
Brother, I didn't think you were coming back.
And he turns to you and he says, your little ruse has been outed. I know. I've told them all about it. I've told them that you are impersonating me.
You left. This was not my doing. You abandoned them all. Do you not remember stepping on that bus with no intention of returning?
A day of shooting? That's nothing.
You wasted their time, their day.
I love a lot of people in black shirts are like, yeah, man. A lot of production people are like, no, it's a day of shooting. It's a big.
Yeah.
So-
All right. So I feel like you're striking out at someone with voice.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Uh,
Let's see. That's on the basic moves, right?
mhm.
Striking out with someone. Okay. Have you caught them off guard, or have they wronged you? I feel like I'm being wronged currently.
You feel like you're being wrong.
Yeah, this
I
is my
love-
role.
Can you retroactively apply being wrong?
I just love that audio came out perfect. We could sample it into future things. Alex, I feel like I'm being wrong currently.
They caught me off guard, but not the other way around. And I feel like have they wronged you? Have they just wronged you? I feel like having my role taken from me, which is not my role to have in the first place, but having it taken from me is being wronged.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. So
Yeah,
you get to roll with a +1.
Perfect. All right. Let's see.
Can we show the
2d6.
screen again there, Frank?
Oh, sure. Yay!
That's
7 without any pluses. What did you
So
roll?
you
Plus
got a
anything?
+1, so that's an 8.
an 8.
Okay.
Your strike lands and you each mark a condition.
I love that you are always beating yourself up.
Yeah. All right. So my condition, because I have 2 already done. What do I have left? Let's see. Defensive or righteous? I'm going defensive on this.
Okay. And don't forget the bonuses and the negatives that come from these conditions.
Sure.
Oh, I definitely did. I'm just checking for the sake, but it's too late now. But I'm curious.
Yeah, that's actually, I didn't even think I noticed that. That's really neat. That like
Octavia,
when
you had
have-
a +1 to demand. That actually would have
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah, it would have been an 8.
Oh, so
Ooh.
it was a 7, yeah, instead of a
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I rolled this 6.
Next time.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll just remember that for next time.
Yeah.
So he has to suggest one too. He's going to have raging.
Perfect.
He basically reacts to your lashing out with a complete freak out and breakdown on the set. He demands that you be removed from set. Get that costume off of him, and starts throwing chairs around. I mean, they're light chairs, but
Like a mature adult.
yeah,
I know for a fact he had an everything bagel.
Yeah.
Get that back from him.
get that back from him. That's right.
Oh my
He
god.
took food from the scrap services table.
Passing through only on services.
I think
security
Cesar's
is-
watching this and he's turning to the rest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, did I lose you?
No,
Nope.
we got it.
I think he looks around and he sees that this is happening, and he turns to all of the crew and he's like, "Is this really who you want in the lead in this role? Is this what you all came here for? This child who's having a tantrum? He made you all come to work yesterday and didn't even bother to show, and now he's destroying the craft services table? That's your snacks that he's destroying."
He's hitting every button that would work. He made you come to work and he did a show, and he's destroying craft services table. I would riot.
Cesar about to lead a popular uprising on the set of Rebels and Dogs.
Oh yeah. I think Cesar. I want to look at my moves real quick because I want to try and take what's important from him, because I want to try and force them to take away this role from him.
Yeah,
There's got to be that's got to be a move, right?
Uh,
Demand what you deserve.
Demand what you deserve, I think.
Yeah,
is
another
really
one.
what it
Yeah,
is.
great.
All right. Let me just check my character sheet to see if that's something that I have a negative in right now.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, I get plus. Oh, I don't have +1 to demand. Okay,
Yeah,
but I
because
do
you
have.
choose
I'm going to
righteous.
do it anyway. Yep. Okay. So, are you offering something of value in return? Nope. Do they love you in this moment? Does
I-
brotherly love count?
Brotherly love should count. but I don't think he loves you in this moment.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think that's like, it's not a do they love you full stop.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I have a sibling, and sometimes I do not love them in the moment. I mean, I don't love them. But
tell us more about
all right,
that.
then I'm just gonna all right, then I'm just gonna do a flat 2d6 roll on this.
Yeah, let's see what you get.
That's a 10.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay. So you get to remove one of their options, and then they choose one from the remaining.
I'm getting rid of your ability to refuse. So you either have to run away and I can take it from you, or you have to concede it to me. But
folks, I'm eating gummy bears. This is so good. Movie theater.
Frank, did you bring enough to share with the class?
I'll put it into the camera. Just try to grab it.
there you go.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, he's going to choose to run away rather than concede.
So then I'm going to. So he's going to run away. Then I'm going to take it from them. I'm going to I think I've now got the whole group cheering for me, and I'm just going to keep walking. I'm just going to look at everyone and be like, "Places, everyone," and then just.
So good.
And they're like,
Damn.
the director's like, well, we don't need to lose a day of shooting.
We have an identical twin right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a good selection from Brennan because conceding, that's it. Cesar has the role. But this could also boil down to like the next day that he comes back from yet another bus trip. And they're like, oh, it's okay.
Or I get the opportunity and just totally botch it too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does Brutus have like a bus fetish, or like why is he taking buses all the time?
We get branding for whatever bus line this is.
Is he really invested in public infrastructure? Like he's villainous, but like that's his one like redeeming quality. It's just, like I think car culture is really detrimental to society. We should all be taking public transit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every other scene in this episode also has like product placement for the bus line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I can't imagine like Kit Harington taking a Greyhound to the set of Game of Thrones every day. You know what I mean? Like
my favorite part is it's off the set.
Yeah.
It just leaves with the bus.
All right. I think that's a good place to end this episode.
Perfect.
Very good. All right. Next time we'll either be doing our regular scheduled game or this again. Fingers crossed.
Oh, this again.
This again.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!